Hello plant fella, welcome to the Javaniska Elflora YouTube channel where rare tropical plants are more than just flora. They are stories waiting to be told. In the dense canopies of the tropical forests, some trees bloom quietly. They don't make headlines, they don't demand attention. But for those who look closely, their beauty is unforgettable. Today, we explore one such hidden figure, Syzygium verstegii, a lesser-known member of the myrtle family. A tree with potential value in ecology, conservation, and even cultivation, yet still living largely in the shadows. Let's get started. Syzygium verstegii belongs to the family Myrtaceae, which includes more well-known cousins like cloves Syzygium aromaticum and the Java plum Syzygium cumini. With over 1,100 species under the genus Syzygium, identification can be complex, but verstegii holds its own distinct place. It is believed to be native to Indonesia, often tucked away in moist lowland forests, secondary forest margins, or riverine habitats. Unfortunately, it is often overshadowed in botanical literature with few in-depth studies available, making every field encounter valuable. This is a medium-sized tree, typically reaching 10 to 20 meters in height. The bark is smooth to slightly flaky, grayish-brown, sometimes with faint vertical fissures in older trees. Its leaves are opposite, leathery, and lanceolate to broadly elliptic, sometimes lightly aromatic when crushed, as many in the Myrtaceae family are. Their surfaces glisten slightly under the forest canopy, giving them a quietly ornamental appearance. Syzygium verstegii produces terminal or axillary inflorescences, clusters of small, creamy white to pale pink flowers, delicate in form but generous in nectar. These are pollinated mostly by insects, such as bees and beetles, though some small birds may also be attracted. The fruit is where things become even more interesting. Berry-like, often turning from green to a deep reddish purple or dark maroon when mature. Though smaller than some other edible Syzygium species, there are reports that the fruits are mildly sweet and edible, with a soft, juicy interior. Locals in certain regions have occasionally gathered the fruits in the wild, but it remains uncommercialized and underutilized. While Syzygium verstegii quietly thrives in the montane forests of Indonesia, it's not the only Syzygium species to captivate plant enthusiasts and researchers alike. One of its more widely recognized relatives is Syzygium jiewhoei, a species celebrated for its stunning foliage and more conspicuous ornamental appeal. At a glance, both species share the genus's signature traits: opposite leaves, smooth bark, and a generally tidy growth habit. But Syzygium jiewhoei often presents broader, glossier leaves and a growth form that leans more compact, making it a favorite for tropical gardens and collectors. In contrast, Syzygium verstegii expresses a wilder elegance. Its leaves tend to be longer and narrower with subtler venation. The fruit of Syzygium verstegii is also smaller and less showy compared to the larger, more pigmented berries of Syzygium jiewhoei. Perhaps the most telling difference lies in their ecological settings. Syzygium verstegii prefers upland forest habitats, often in more isolated and undisturbed regions, whereas Syzygium jiewhoei is more tolerant of disturbed environments and is sometimes cultivated intentionally. As a native tree of moist tropical forests, Syzygium verstegii plays a subtle but important ecological role. Its flowers offer nectar to pollinators, while the fruits provide food for birds, bats, and small mammals, who in turn disperse the seeds, often far from the parent tree. The tree's presence contributes to canopy layering, soil stabilization, and microhabitat formation, especially in edge zones and degraded secondary forests where it can act as a pioneer species. Unlike more famous Syzygiums, verstegii does not have a strong ethnobotanical footprint, but that doesn't mean it holds no value. In some local Papuan or Maluku knowledge, the tree may be recognized by a regional name, and its wood is occasionally used for light construction, firewood, or tool handles. The fruits, as mentioned, are sometimes eaten casually during foraging, but there is little documentation about medicinal or spiritual uses, leaving much room for future research. One of the biggest concerns with Syzygium verstegii is how little we know about it. It is not listed clearly on the IUCN Red List, and no large-scale conservation assessments have been made, yet it is suspected to be rare in the wild and vulnerable due to habitat degradation, illegal logging, and shifting land use. As forests in Papua, Indonesia continue to shrink, trees like this may vanish quietly without ever being fully understood. Could Syzygium verstegii have a future outside the forest? The answer is possibly. Due to its manageable size, attractive foliage, and wildlife-friendly fruiting habit, it holds potential as an ornamental tree, especially for tropical reforestation, native landscaping, and botanical gardens. Propagation via seeds is possible, though germination may be slow. It prefers humid, warm environments and thrives in well-drained, rich soils, similar to many Myrtaceae relatives. Here at Javaniska Elflora, we believe plants like Syzygium verstegii deserve a second look. They are molding green shapes in a canopy. They are clues to deeper biodiversity, keys to restoration, and sometimes even gifts waiting to be rediscovered. If you're a collector, a researcher, or simply a plant lover, perhaps this is the kind of tree that deserves a space in your mind or your garden. Thank you for watching and walking with us through the forest stories of Syzygium verstegii. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to Javaniska Elflora, where we share more tropical plant discoveries, one rare species at a time. And if you're interested in seeds, cultivation tips, or just want to know more, feel free to reach us via WhatsApp, Instagram, or email. Let's keep tropical biodiversity alive together.